start the video. Hey, que pasa Mufasa? It's Brendan back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how much money I made in my photography business. Now this is money that I've accumulated from the year 2020 from wedding photography and side gigs that I've done throughout the year. Now in this video, I want to be transparent with you guys. 100% transparency here in this channel. I don't want to hide anything from you. What you see is what you get here on this channel. I'm not trying to pretend to be something that I'm not. And I know from watching other people who are trying to be more than what they are, it goes off, it comes off wrong and people can see right through it. So in this channel, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I did see this. I did see another YouTuber, Eric Floberg, make a video like this. Obviously, he's much more bigger than I am, a bigger YouTuber, more professional. I did think it would be fun to make a video talking about my wedding business and somebody who's not at the level yet, like somebody who like Eric Floberg or Peter McKinnon is, or even like Taylor Jackson, those type of people, somebody who's a little bit smaller. Where, oh, Jesus, I just ate. Sorry, I'm burping. So I started my business about 3 years ago. I finally got comfortable enough doing photography as a hobby where I felt comfortable enough to start charging people for my services. My first year in wedding photography, I did book about 2 weddings from my first year. I didn't charge a lot. Second year, I did book like double the amount. I did make about 4 or 5. This year, in a COVID year, surprisingly, I did make a good amount of money, and I charged, and I booked about 10 to 12 weddings, more or less. And in this video, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how much I made. Alrighty, so as far as I got my little note sheet here, I don't know if you could see. Can you read my handwriting? Again, the numbers here may not seem like a lot, but maybe to some other people who are just starting out, this could be some type of inspiration for them. So as far as weddings is concerned, I made a total of $25,902.64. And that is actually a pretty good year considering that it was a COVID year. A lot of these weddings got narrowed down to like 20 guests. It wasn't that big of a weddings. And I averaged about $2,000 to $3,000 per booking. So I booked about 10 to 12 weddings for this year. We have to subtract a lot of the expenses. I paid for second shooters, video teams, prints, that sort of thing. People to pay, do BTS for me, behind the scenes, all that stuff. So I also had to buy gear, but I finally upgraded my laptop to the new Apple, not the M1 chip, but the new 16-inch MacBook Pro. So all those expenses tallied up to $11,274.34, and cost of goods sold. So all of the prints that I had to make this year, $726.63. So that netted me $13,901.67 just from weddings this year, which is pretty good. I'm very proud of that considering I started everything in my business from scratch. Now, another source of income that I had, which I'm going to put this in a category of like odd jobs, just random shoots that would come out through the year, which was like family shoots, baby shoots, engagement sessions, that sort of thing. Any type of little videos that I would make for people throughout the year. Nothing really fancy, just some stuff that would come up randomly, like a week's notice kind of thing. So from that, I made $2,694.23. And actually about half of that is from a mini session. And now if you don't follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I made a post about how to make $1,000 over the weekend. And I went out and I did mini sessions and I did make $1,000. I almost made $1,000, like $950, but I almost made $1,000 from my mini sessions. And so if you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, I suggest you do, because I'm always giving out information there on how to run your business, how to take photos, that sort of thing, but in a shorter, condensed version, because here on YouTube, I can kind of ramble a little bit. Now, let's talk about some other sources of income that I got from selling prints. So one of the things that I like to do when I send an album on Pixieset, and if you haven't seen my Pixieset review, I'm going to put it up on the link up on this corner somewhere here. I'm going to put that up there. So Pixieset, you're able to sell prints to your clients directly, and it's just drop shipping. So whenever you send an album to them, they can pretty much select their shopping cart, and they can gather all their prints together and they can buy them. So from that, I didn't make a lot. I sold a total of $228.33 from prints, and that netted me, after cost of goods sold and all the fees and everything, $59.27. And so also, if you look at my subscriber count, the next thing would be YouTube. Made $0. Y'all can change that this year. I think this year is the year I'm going to hit 1,000 subs. And reach my watch hours. We'll see. But I did make a few dollars from affiliate links. Probably not enough to even be taxable, but I did make money from affiliate links and affiliate marketing. All those links that I put down in the description of all the camera gear that I use in a video. And when you guys click on that, I do get a commission. So I did make a few bucks. Really appreciative of that. I did make some money on YouTube, but all the hours and everything that's put into these videos, it would probably equal about maybe a couple pennies per hour that's spent on a YouTube channel. But it's understandable. I like doing these. I like educating everybody and being real so everybody can see what it takes to do a business, do photo shoots, edit, all that sort of thing. So that's more important to me right now than making money. So after everything that's said and done, after all the fees and expenses, started out with about roughly $30,000 this year made from doing photo shoots. We're looking about right around 20, almost 30 grand. After all the expenses and everything, I netted $16,655.17. And now that's probably not enough to live on because we still got to take taxes. We got to account for about 15% of that, 20% of that going to taxes. So it's going to be a lot less. We're looking probably more or less $3,200. So we're looking around 13 grand probably that I'm going to net at the end of the year. But this is the whole point of this video. Now, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching up until this point. 13 grand, that is way less than what I currently make in my full-time job as a nurse. Okay, so I did this part-time, quote unquote part-time, but most is full-time. That 13 grand means a lot more to me than the money that I'm currently making in my full-time job. That money tells me that I can do this, right? I started something from scratch. It was a hobby. I had no intentions ever of getting into wedding photography. And one day somebody asked me to shoot their wedding. I did. And I found a passion for wedding photography. And to be able to make a living or see the potential to make a living from something that I'm extremely passionate about, that is something incredible. That gives me the motivation this year, considering now that it's not as bad of a year. The quarantine is kind of loosening up a little bit this year. That is giving me the motivation now to go and work harder, to go push further, and actually make a living and be able to sustain myself fully as a photographer, as a YouTuber. That is what's going to motivate me this year. Seeing these numbers tells me that there is a possibility that I will be on my own, making my own money. I want you to think about something really quickly before we end this video. People talk about job stability, right? How having a job is the stable thing to do. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if you don't know him, maybe pick up his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, read it. It's going to be life-changing for you. He would argue that relying on one income is unstable. Having that quote-unquote stable job, that is not stability. Having multiple sources of income is more stable. Having multiple checks coming in is more stable. So that 13 grand that we made this year, that we netted, was from multiple sources of people selling prints, affiliate links. It might not be a lot, but if we continue to push and we continue to focus on building up our business, next year it's going to be a little bit more. And then the following year, maybe it's going to double. Finally, we might be able to have to decide at some point, hey, am I going to take on photography now full time and really put my efforts into this? Or am I going to keep my job? What am I going to do? So this was really insightful to me. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it motivates you to get out there and go pursue your passion. Whether if you're watching this, it's obviously a photography channel. So if you're watching this, go out there and get it done. 3 years ago, I was scared, shaking on my first engagement session that I ever did. We're booking weddings out now this year, and I just at the rate that we're going right now, I anticipate that we're going to surpass this current amount that we made for 2020. And so if you're all still watching this, if you're new and you want to pursue photography, go do it. If it's your passion, you will excel at it. I promise you. If you are extremely passionate about this, nothing is going to stop you. Nothing will stop you. You will keep grinding. You will work late. You will edit late. You will work your job, and you will edit and take photos, do engagement sessions. You will make it work. People always ask me, how do you do it? You have a family, you have kids, you've got a full-time job. Right now we're working 60 to 80 hours a week. How are we doing it? Passion. Passion for something. Passion and a vision of the future that involves me making my own terms, setting my own terms, setting my own price. That is what keeps me going. I have a vision. We're going to pursue it. And if you're watching this, I want you to do the same. I think that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, maybe you want to like and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.